I am over the moon happy that you decided to watch a second video of the Me Routine method. This video is step 2 of the Me Routine method, and it is the actual Me Routine timeline. Just to summarize one more time, step 1 we worked on in the previous video, which was the Me compass, which sets the direction. Step 2 is your Me routine, which finds the time to fit it all in. And step 3 is your Me resilience plan, which helps you weather the change when things come up. In this video, we will be focused primarily on step number 2. So I encourage you to grab a paper and a pen and follow along. Let's get started. The Me routine will start with a timeline, but it will be in the form of a list. So we're going to break it down into two sections. The first is the non-elective obligations of your life versus the elective obligations of your life. Draw a line down the middle and let's talk. So the non-elective obligations are things you absolutely cannot control. So they're your work, they're your sleep, they're your showers, they're your eating, they're your laundry. These are things that they are must-dos every single day. There really is no option. You have to go to work, the kids have to go to their soccer practice. The elective obligations on the side are things that you'll list out for yourself that you would like to do for yourself over the course of the day. That might be exercising, socializing, gardening, maybe some spiritual engagements. These are things that can easily fall off the schedule when the non elective obligations are just too dominant. So the right side is wellness, which is self care. These are all self care. These are all things that you are fitting into your day to improve your well being. Now, heading back over to the non elective obligations, let's start at the beginning of your day and truly itemize each thing that has to happen. So you have to shower, then you have go down, you make your breakfast and you make lunches, and then the kids get ready for school. Then you have to drive. You have to drive to school, you have to drive to work, and then you have to work for 8 hours. And then you have to do the reverse. You have to pick them up at school and go home. You have to stop at the grocery store. We need some food. There's always that transition time. You got to go to the bathroom. And then there's more driving. Welcome to a mom's life. Probably have some sports we have to go to. And then we have to somehow figure out how to get dinner on the table and then clean up. And then there's the evening chores. Kids have to get their homework done. There's bath, there's reading, getting ready for bed, both the kids and yourself. And then you need to sleep. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to just very quickly make put a time to each of these things. How long does it really take you? So to shower, it takes me about 30 minutes to shower, do my hair, brush my teeth, put my makeup on, get my clothes on, get my purse ready, and so forth. Driving to school and then to work is about 30 minutes. I work for 8 hours. Just make the list and see what happens at the end. Add it up. 23.3. What? That's almost a whole day. This is crazy. You haven't even done anything. You haven't even fit in any of these elective obligations that we've talked about. Lo and behold, your day is already full. So you have about 27 minutes to spare. And if there was any traffic on your way to work, then there goes any free time you have. So, what happens in your day if there's any kind of other obligations that come in, like you have to feed and walk the dog? Usually your husband does it, but now you have to do it. Where are you supposed to fit that in? So if you fit that in between certain times, adds a half an hour, okay, you're already over your daily limit. Oh, there was a midday ortho appointment for the kids, and that took an hour. So now your daily obligations are 25.33. That's more than a day. So what are we supposed to do? And you want to somebody is giving you a hard time about fitting in exercising and reading and you know all these other things that you're supposed to be doing, these value adds, you wonder why a mom doesn't have any time at all. So don't worry, I'm going to help you, And today we are actually going to work through how, on a busy day like this at 23.33 hours, we can actually fit in all of these obligations. And this is what we do in our coaching sessions. Once we get to know one another, we work through things, we talk about things, we find time. Because the reality is, moms are busy. We're very busy. And we do a lot of different things, and somehow we figure it out. So I'm here to help you do that. So if you want to fit in exercising, I'm going to ask you, where can you fit it in? So at work, could you take a lunch hour and do some exercise then? What about during soccer practice? Are you on the side of the field or can you go for a walk? And if you add socializing here, maybe there's somebody named Brenda who could actually go with you during soccer practice, and maybe you bring the dog as well. So the dog gets walked, you get socializing, and you get your exercise. So now, crossing those two off the list, what are we going to do next? How about reading and social media? Where can we fit that in? Reading. So at work, again, we talked about maybe there's some lunch hour time that you could do some reading, or in the evening. Could you take turns? One night you read to the kids, one night you lie in bed together and each read your own books. And maybe you decide to do that and you read independently 3 times a week and you get a bit of reading time in. And then you can fit in your social media time at lunch when you're at work for fun, because we all need to do that every now and then. Next on your elective obligations are spiritual engagements. Where do we fit that in? Well, if you look at your schedule and you look at the downtime you have in your car on your drive to school and work, to and from, that's an hour of driving. Is it possible to listen to podcasts during that time? Maybe you do both. And there you go. You'll have maybe 15, 20 minutes each way that you can engage in something that is a little bit more spiritual, that is, you can do when once the kids are gone out of the car and you're continuing on to work. If we look at TV watching, okay, this one is easy to cross off the list, but maybe, just maybe, during chore time, maybe you're folding laundry, maybe you can turn on the telly at the same time. Hey, why not? We all have these things that maybe we shouldn't be doing, but we enjoy doing. Hey, it's fun. So why not fit it in when you're doing there? Now, gardening. Okay, so when can we do some gardening? You probably have to do it every day or every other day if you're tending to a garden. So maybe there's the transition time after school, or during chore time, or during dinner prep and cleanup, because maybe you decide that would work best for you is to have the children do some cleaning up every other night when you need to do a bit of gardening and you step out and do the gardening instead. Or maybe they prep dinner once a week. It might not be the best dinner, but it would allow you to fit in the gardening. So here it is. This is the me routine list. This was very fast. In our sessions, we truly work through this a little bit more, take a little bit longer to go through, but in the end, it always happens. You end up with a little bit of bonus time at the end. Personally, I always take that extra time and use it for sleep. But you can do whatever you want. You can exercise your elective obligations. So your me routine method to wellness, your me compass we did in the previous video. In this video, we talked about how we find the time when we work through your me routine, work through your day. And in the next video, we are going to work through your me resilience plan, which will help you weather the change. I look forward to seeing you there. This is Lisa at mindfulboom.com, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching.